Hey, what's happening, amigos, amicis, and friends? Elton here in the east end of Montreal in the St. Leo district. St. Leonard, look at that, eh? Beautiful. Classic in its own right, I would say. 1980s Mercedes-Benz SL. As I say for certain cars, this is a classic in its own right. It's amazing. It never ceases to amaze me how many of these cars are around today. They've been so well preserved. And it's not hard to see why. For one thing, the styling was just a great looking car. Styling dates back to 1971. And they made these, I think, until 92. So again, this was from an era unlike today where, like, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But unfortunately, we don't fucking live in that kind of age anymore because people want to keep fucking changing everything all the time that don't necessarily need to be changed. If I had a car company, I'd produce the same thing all the time, never change the damn thing, like a Checker, for example. Very nice. That's an American spec, I believe. It's got the 4 round headlights. Beautiful color. Is that the original color? I don't know. I don't know. It could be. Got a little flaw there on the hood. Beautiful Merc. Boy, it goes to show how much I've changed. I didn't know until recently that people affectionately call these Mercs. I always thought the term Merc was reserved for Mercury, not Mercedes. And but again, you know, man, this thing is just gorgeous. This is one of the nicest SLs I've ever seen. The paint is beautiful, the chrome, it doesn't have any rust. It's not a convertible. Most of these cars, I think, are convertible, it seems. It's not mint, but wow. I think it's an early 80s. I'm going to say early 80s, judging by that shade of green. And that little plate there, that's a C plate. I have one of those. And man, I can't believe the condition. That's a collector car plate. Interior, beautiful condition. Well, this one goes out to all you fellow vintage Mercedes-Benz, especially my new friend Eddie that I met not long ago. You came over to my house, bought a lot of my Mercedes ads, to come to think of it. And a really nice guy, and I gotta call him one day and get together and make a nice video of his 86 SLC, which is rarer than this, actually. Nice touch with the chrome plate. What a beautiful automobile, man. And you know me, I am so partial to green. You know, I always say the cars of today are so fucking colorless. Mind you, God bless the Italians, because it's a very highly Italian populated part of the city, and look how many red cars there are, different color cars. God bless him. Maybe it's the guy who owns this Italian, maybe not. Maybe he's black. A lot of black people love these Mercedes. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that, man. That's a beauty. You know, I had a friend for a brief time. He had one of these cars. I rode in it. It was an 87. And, oh, this one is an SLC. Nice. Anyway, I rode in it once, and I was so impressed. I mean, the ride on these Mercedes from the 80s and so forth, it's no wonder people are addicted to them. It's just such a beautiful ride. You know, I have a friend who I rode in a lot of 80s Cadillac, you know, Fleetwood Bromes and stuff like that. And they have a nice ride and everything, but this is, how can I say it? These cars, when you're riding it, like my friend's 86 SLC, not this one, the big one, the bigger one, you know. They feel so tight. Everything is so solid. There's nothing rattling. Nothing feels loose. And you know, again, years ago, I didn't really look at these cars. I wasn't interested in them. But what happened was, I'm interested in all kinds of old cars now, because even the ones from the 90s, because most of the cars to me today are so boring, and I hear a siren going off. I gotta catch it somewhere. Okay, guys, take care. Bye.